You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
Trying to get ready for school week. It's official. My husband knows that I hate cooking. So I don't think I hate cooking. I think I just don't have time for it. It takes too much time. Let's cook this big pot of ram meat. Oh, this one is so good. Of goat meat rather. So delicious. Leftover stew. I'm just gonna join it for the week because I can't even stress myself today. I'm making afang soup today. They also sent me iru. I love iru from the village. This one is blended already or pounded. So good. I love it. So I'll cook afang this morning because I have a lot of work to do. So I don't want to leave it till evening. Usually I cook soup in the evening, but I'm trying to throw this into the oven just so that I can pop it into the stew, and then I'm going to keep some in a Ziploc bag so I can use for jollof rice during the week. Oh, look at this big parts. So juicy. Did you enjoy lesson yesterday?
Yes, no.
What's yes, no?
Because I don't like lesson.
Why?
I always do too much, but I still like it.
You always do too much, but you still like
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, she's smiling. Hey! Finishing move. Boza. Yeah. Oh, now massage. Look at what she wants massage.
I think you could remind me.
Oh.
It's enough.
Yeah,
I need to take my mouth, say it's enough.
Come, I can't even say thank you. I don't know how to show appreciation.
Well, that one is too much. Too much.
How's everybody doing? I just came back from the store. Today's Friday, and the girls will be home in a few minutes. It's already past 1. Fridays just come and go by so fast. Like, it's like don't even allow them go to school, because you go to school by 8 and then you're back by 1. What? I just sneezed and it's already 1 p.m. Victoria's teacher called me, I think like 2 weeks ago, saying that she was a bit behind, on like schoolwork and like certain areas in school. She was just expressing her worry to me and telling me that I didn't even know why she felt I was going to be offended. I feel like Nigerian parents can be a little bit too dramatic when someone tells you, oh, your child is not doing well, why should I be angry? It didn't make sense how she constantly kept on apologizing and saying, oh, she hopes I won't be offended. I'm like, hey, picking not the right way. You're telling me not to be offended. Like, are there parents that actually get offended over things like this? Because it make sense. One of the reasons why we cleaned their school was because I noticed that at their last school, I just wasn't impressed with the quality. Like, I just wasn't impressed. And then sometimes you'd come across some teachers and the way they speak, I'm like, I don't get it. Like, why is a teacher that's supposed to be teaching young children speaking this way? Like, this is a stage in their lives where what they're like sponges. They just like absorb, they just pick up whatever it is that you say. And another thing is, that's another reason why if parents are not very present or present to a large extent, whatever they pick up from school is all that they know. So they don't come back to a space where it's kind of what they know is kind of filtered out, and mommy and daddy is telling them, oh, this is not it, it's this. So I just was not impressed. It wasn't a convenient move, but I was like, you know what, we just have to do it. So when we moved them to this school, I mean, as smart and as sharp as my Victoria is, when we moved them to this school and they wrote the entrance exam, they were like, Victoria isn't supposed to be in nursery 1, or Victoria didn't perform well enough to be in nursery 1. But then they asked how old she was and all of that, and they were like, okay, because of her age, we're just going to let her do like a trial. So it's more like right now she's like in nursery 1, but it's like a trial for her. And then the teacher now called to tell me, she's not picking up, but that she's always willing to learn. In fact, she was like, okay, as she's talking to me, Victoria is even by her side, and then she gave her the phone and I spoke with her. And so I've just been trying to make better conscious decisions to like be a lot more present when it comes to her schoolwork, because let me tell you, it's not easy at all. One of the reasons why I got this lady that helps me out is because around the time they get back from school, I'm always very busy around that time. So initially when they get back from school, I have to leave everything I'm doing and then I have to attend to them, and then I would attend to them for like 1 hour or like 2 hours, and by the time we're done with homework and everything, I'll be so tired I won't even be able to get back to the work I have to do. So that's the reason why I got this lady. So me now trying to make out time to be a lot more present with like her homework and their schoolwork, it is a lot. Like, even if you would think it's not such a big deal to give like 30 minutes of your time, but it's actually a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of work. So anyway, I went out today. I got flashcards because she's really having an issue with numbers. I've gotten flashcards before and they tore it. So what I did was I got a lesson teacher from their school that takes her and Ella. I wanted the teacher to take her alone, but I was like, since they are very close in class, Ella is in nursery 2 and she's in nursery 1, the teacher can as well just take them. And so Ella is learning how to read. So I got flashcards anyway. These were quite affordable. These were 600 naira. It has number 1 to 20 because Victoria has more of a problem with writing the numbers than identifying them. Anytime I go into a store, I must buy books, and so I'm trying to get books that would take more of Grace's time, because I noticed that when I buy small books, before you close eye and open eye, if I was a day I bought 2 books, and I was in the kitchen cooking. I think I was cooking soup, I wasn't even done. Grace was already done with the book, so I got this one. I found a few Enid Blyton books, but I want a lot of books that teach them things that have to do with like self-development. And I don't know if I'm being a little bit too extra, but a lot of the Enid Blyton books I was seeing were, in fact, many of the books, even this one, not like this one is better like that, but you know, books about, you know, fairy tales and magic and all of that. And I know that there are still benefits. They build their vocabulary from reading books like that, but then I don't want to buy a lot of books about, you know, the enchanted forest, you know, magical forest, the enchanted, all those kind of things. So I'm making a very conscious effort to look for really nice books. I know African books can be really nice, from African writers, so I'm kind of I'm paying more attention to the kind of books that I buy for her to read. Anyway, when we looked, we did not see any book that fit into what we were looking for, so we just picked up one of these ones. This one is called Daisy and the Rabbit's Tale and Other Stories, and you know, it's quite a lot, so it will take her a bit of time, and the fonts are not so small and they are not so big either, so it will take up some of her time. Then I got this one for Victoria. This one is called My First Learning Book in Counting. I love finding books like this that are just very easy, nice workbooks that, you know, they can use. So I'll just give her teacher this one to also use this to work with her. So it just has numbers and then tracing and then the color, and all of that. I like that this one comes in like different stages. It comes with a CD. I like how, I really like how loaded the book is.
Oh, what's these?
1 to 20 for Asa.
Oh, is it colors?
Flashcards, LG. You already have some in your room. You should know them. Have you forgotten?
Oh yes, flashcards. And Tinka that beat me when I pour biscuits in the table.
Who is Auntie Yinka?
This is in my class.
I'm sorry. I'll call your teacher today and find out who is the Auntie Yinka. Apart from that, was school okay? Did you enjoy school?
Yes.
I hope you didn't beat anybody. Did you beat anybody?
It's Auntie Yinka.
Oh, Auntie Yinka is her assistant.
No.
Wow,
It's
Myla is so smart. Oh my God.
It's Auntie Yinka that I will beat.
Oh, it's Auntie Yinka that you will beat.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll beat her together. Don't worry. How was school, Mael?
It was fine.
It was fine. I hope nobody beat you.
Nobody beat me.
And you didn't beat anybody, right?
Yes.
That's good. High five. Good job.
And the mother eats my biscuit.
Tama ate your biscuits. Hey,
Yes. Vicky, tell your teacher that Jama ate your biscuits.
Like, come on, child. So good.
And Jama is a penguin. And Jama is a lion.
Oh, really?
They'll do like this. Wow.
Where's our school?
Fine.
I know you have a lot to talk about. Go on.
Only one thing.
Okay. Listen.
One thing now, all the boys were playing paper, they were using same paper and they would leave it on the floor. Me, I used one paper to calculate one math thing. It mistakenly fell on the floor, I picked it up, I threw it away. So I now use that as an opportunity.
Mama, let Grace finish. Hey, let Grace finish, Mama. Let Grace finish.
So they used that as an opportunity to get me blamed for it because they didn't want it to be pinned on them. So when the cleaner came at closing time, she said that who poured all this paper?
Yeah.
There was some paper at my side because those were the ones that they were busy tearing at my side.
Yeah.
So I told them that it's the boys that they were tearing paper at my side. The boys that said that no, this girl likes to tear paper. She likes to tear paper too much. I said that all the paper that I ever tear, not that I always throw it away, you just throw it on the floor.
Are you sure you throw them away? Because even in the house, you don't throw the papers that you tear away. Oh, yes. Got you there, right?
Do you remember yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday is just a different day. Not yesterday, other days. Okay, so what happened? Bottom line.
So the teacher, the cleaner, I have to believe me. Who has proof?
Yeah.
And there's no
What proof
proof
did
at
you
their
have?
side. I had proof that
Wow.
they did it because I knew what they made. One thing that they made, which was like one paper people have bought something.
Yeah.
They wrote their names on it.
Okay.
So I saw it on floor and I showed the one that is their own paper.
Yeah.
But she still didn't believe me. So that me, I probably put that one on the floor just to get me away.
Yeah.
So I told her that it's them. So she now started thinking I was right. She now wants to say that next time I see this much paper again, that I'm going to send you to a teacher.
Just whatever happens, just always tell me. Bye. Bye, girl.
Does Clayton have a last name? Clayton. You're named after Amanda and you drive my daughter around?
Yes, sir. It is very nice to meet you.
So I'm about to make a very delicious meal for myself for dinner, or for all of us. So I want to make chicken stew and okra. I love eating okra and stew so much. If I don't put this smelly iro inside that okra, then my okra is not complete. So it's midterm break. Today is what? Thursday, right? So today's Thursday. The girls are on midterm break. I was able to sleep for long last night. I slept for quite a while. I think I woke up by past 8:30 or so, and see, the extra 2 hours of sleep was so worth it. But wanted to end the vlog quickly, but also wanted to talk about something, because in this vlog, I don't know if you guys saw where the girls came back from school, and I was asking them if anybody beat them or if they beat anybody. And usually I like to ask them that just because I'm trying to understand what goes on in school, especially when it comes to like bullying, and I also want to make sure that they're not doing the same thing as well. So that's why I usually ask them, you know, what did you do in school? Did anybody beat you? Did you beat anybody? Did anybody say any like horrible words to you? That kind of thing. Yesterday when I was editing the vlog, I remembered how I used to tell my dad that someone used to bully me in school. Mama, has anybody ever bullied you in school?
They can't try it.
Bam. When you were like in your old school, you said there was this boy that used to disturb you a lot. What's that boy's name? It starts from F. Farouk or Farid?
Yeah, there were two Farouks.
Okay.
But one was nice to me, then one was mean to me.
Okay. So how did you deal with that?
I just made sure I kept quiet, and if he bullied me again, I would just stay to myself. But then one time he bullied me again, and then I said, "Stop bullying me. You are being a very naughty boy."
Because I don't want you to keep quiet. I don't want you to keep quiet when things like that happen. You shouldn't keep quiet. It's either you report, and if you're reporting and nothing is being done about it, then you take action yourself and you give the person a very stern warning. And if the person doesn't listen, you have to serve them what they serve you. When I was in primary school, if you guys know Abimbola Craig, we went to the same school. Her younger sister Titi Craig was my classmate and my seatmate in primary school, and I remember so well, like I even have a picture of two of us in my album at home. We're going to drop the girls today. I'll see if I can show you guys if I'm not done editing this video. So I used to just come back and tell my mom and my dad that Titi beats me, Titi Craig, Titi Lion beats me, Titi Craig beats me. So my dad, way back then, my dad was like, if she beats you, beat her back. Like, I remember how, like, it's still in my head. My dad would say, if she beats you, beat her back. And the thing about my school, the school I went to, we had like this school anthem, and I think one of the things in our school anthem or school something was don't retaliate. Like, it was something that we were always, it was always hammered in our head, don't retaliate. So imagine you going home and then your dad is like, beat that person back, and then you get to school and they're saying don't retaliate. It can be a little bit confusing. But even when I got to secondary school, I was bullied in secondary school, guys, by a small girl. Like, she was so smallish, but because I was really quiet and I was in boarding house, so I wasn't going going back home to parents or to anybody that I could talk to, I just really used to swallow it up. But I think in senior secondary school, that was when I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a stand and I'm not going to let this girl bully me. So when the girl insults me, I insult her back. And then I think one time we fought probably once or twice in secondary school. And I think after that fight, it just kind of changed things. Like, she wasn't bullying me any longer. Funny enough, this particular, I don't know if she watches my YouTube, but she follows me on Instagram and we chat on Instagram a lot. So yeah, that happened. So I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't know how to advise my children, because I don't want them to keep quiet. I want them to take action. If someone beats you and you report, especially because I feel like some teachers may not be as attentive to this issue as we want them to be, because they are overwhelmed, there's so much that they're doing, and then how many children will complain to them and how many issues will they attend to. So sometimes I'm like, you know what, if anybody should beat you or say mean things to you, I mean, say mean things, there's no point saying mean things back to the person, but you can as well warn the person and say, oh, I don't like this thing you're saying to me, don't say it again. But when it comes to beating, if they beat you, beat them back. I noticed that because I was keeping quiet a lot, when this person beats me or like fights me, I just keep quiet, and then it happens again. Like, she would talk, she would shout, sometimes she would like hit me or like tap me, and I'll just keep quiet. And I noticed that it stopped the day I decided to put up a fight. The day she came and I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I was done and I fought her. But you know, secondary school, they'll be like, when people fight, they'll say who won the fight, who beat who. It didn't even matter who beat the next person. Like, I fought, and then I strongly believe and I remember that after that fight, it didn't happen again. So if anybody's beating you, they're just trying to show you that they have some sort of power over you and you need to fight back. So I will tell them, stand up for yourself. If anybody fights you, fight the person back. That's it, please. That's all I can say. You guys should let me know, how do you handle bullying? Have your children maybe complain to you about someone bullying them? What did you do about it? Because to be honest, so a lot of times it's not enough to just tell the teachers. Many of them don't. There's only so much that they can do. Your child needs to take it into their own hands. The girls are going away to their grandma's house today. I'm so excited. We're getting them back on Sunday, so I have enough time to work. And I'm thinking of going to, I don't want to say it out because I say it out now, they might not want to go. So yeah, Ella, can you end the vlog for us?
Bye. And I wanted to tell you something.
You want to tell us?
I wanted to play with Abigail, and I wanted to.
Abigail is going to be in your grandma's house too, so.
She's so cute. Will you meet her too, guys?
Will I meet her to guys? Or will I introduce her to you guys? That's what she's trying to say. Will you meet her to guys? We'll see. We'll see when we get to grandma's house.
Okay.
If I take my camera, then I'll introduce her to guys.
Don't go to the swimming pool.
What did you say, Asa?
Don't go to swimming pool.
Did I say I'm going to swimming pool? Why shouldn't I go to swimming pool?
Ziki that said it.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in my next video.